we're back again to play some games. We're back to Cupid Parasite, and let's just jump back in. She just brought back an article, a manuscript, revealing me as Shelby's wife. But I don't think it's public yet, so I think we're good. But still, how to get that photo? President, please excuse me. I ran to Mr. Snell's office. Luckily, he didn't have any guests over, as he was alone facing his computer.
そんなに慌ててどうしたんだ? 新プランの方はうまくいったんだろう?
What's got you so worked up? I thought your new project went well. It did, but we got another problem. I found this article. What should we do about this? I handed over the half-written article that she brought to me.
これは一体どこで手に入れた?
This is... Where'd you find this? Well, about that. What you saying? She tries to gesture what he wants to say. He's flying around the shredder, so he could have found it there. It was from the trash can for the shredder.
つまり、我が社の中に誰か裏切り者がいるということか。いや、とにかく今はこちらの方だな。
In other words, there's a traitor within our company. No, this must be dealt with first. He soon stands up and takes his jacket he had hung on the wall.
少し出てくる。
I'm going out for a bit. Huh? What are you gonna do?
これは私の方で対処する。だが、約束する。絶対にお前には迷惑をかけないと。
I'll deal with this personally, but I promise you that it won't affect you. He had a calm gaze over him. I really wonder what he's thinking about. Shelby, can I roll too?
迷惑をかけてすまなかった。行ってくる。
I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'll be going now. Let me roll too. I had reached out to him, but I miss. He slips right by me and he leaves his office. I had no idea what Mr. Snell tends to do. I returned to the office floor to resume my work. I hope Mr. Snell's all right. Suddenly, there was a murmur around the floor. What's going on with this? What? Something must have happened. I stood up and saw Clarice running towards me with a serious expression. Oh, Lauren, this is terrible. The president's doing an emergency press conference. He said that his wife doesn't exist.
以上の理由から事実を公表できずにおりました。結果、多くの方を欺くことになり、
Wow.
誠に申し訳ございませんでした。
And that is the reason why I could not make the fact public until now. I'm terribly sorry for deceiving many people as a result.
ひどいじゃないですか。我々はずっと信じていたんですよ。嘘をついて両親が痛まなかったんですか?
That's terrible. We trusted you. Why? Why do you care if he's married or not? Doesn't it hurt your conscience for lying to us all?
本当に申し訳なく思っております。ご批判は真摯に受け止め、誠心誠意を持って謝罪していく所存です。
And I'm sorry for it. I will seriously consider your reprimands and will apologize for it. There are many members of my company that were assured by believing that I was a devoted husband. To them, I deeply apologize.
では、会員の方への安心感を優先させて公表を控えていたということでしょうか?
So you're prioritizing the feelings of security of your members and refrain from publicizing it?
はい。ですが、欺き続けることは誠意のないことです。ですので今回、私の独断で公表することを決めました。
But continuing this lie is lacking in sincerity. That's why I've decided on my own accord to make it public now.
今更になって公表された理由は何かおありなのでしょうか？
What is the reason for your decision to publicize it now?
私が秘密裏に婚活を始めた際、一生懸命対応してくれたスタッフがいたからです。
Because I had a staff member that tried her hardest in helping me through matchmaking in secret. That staff knew that my unmarried status must be kept secret as she provided support. Her consideration was like salvation for me. However, seeing the sincerity of that staff member, I figured that I could not continue to live a lie.
すべて私の責任です。誠に申し訳ございませんでした。
This is all my responsibility. I'm terribly sorry. I watched the president on the news, bowing deeply. I was dumbfounded at the sight of him. It's because I took that photo of me. He decided to do this to stop that article from publicizing. Clarice, what should I do? There's going to be a lot of people contacting us about this. It'll be all over the internet too.
って私も思ってたんだけれど、意外とみんな冷静ね。
That's what I thought. But everyone seemed strangely calm about it. I mean, you already had a sneaking suspicion that he wasn't married. Maybe more people thought that too. Huh? Clarice pointed to the customer support section on the same floor. Everyone was calmly dealing with the calls. Or maybe nobody really cares. I know I don't. I know I wouldn't, you know. I don't care. It's true that the calls are coming in nonstop, but everyone was dealing with it calmly. From the answers that I'm hearing, it seems that it was all prepared beforehand.
あの様子だと、あの課の人たちにはすでに聞かされてたみたいね。
Looks like they've already heard about it.
ウェブ班も落ち着いてるわね。ネットは多分炎上してると思うけど。
The web team was also calm about it. I thought there would be a lot of insults thrown online. It seems that the only ones that weren't told about it were the people revolving around PR like us.
まあ、ちゃんと対応した上で発表すると決めたならいいんじゃない？
If this is done with the proper preparation before announcing, I guess it's fine. How did he prepare all this in such a short time? Could it be that he had been preparing to announce it for a while?
ちょっとこれどういうことですか？
Anthony Duff. Anthony Duff. That sounds so familiar. Are you with PR? Are you with... No, not PR. Alright, no, you're with... I know you. Yeah, whatever. You did an interview with us, right? You did an interview with us? Something like that. What's going on here? I heard shouting that brought me to my senses.
なんで秘書のあなたがこれを防げなかったんですか？
You're the secretary, so why couldn't you have prevented this?
ですが、私もこの話は聞かされていなくて。
But I was not told about this at all.
そんなわけないでしょ。せっかく私がここまでこの会社が有名になるよう愛妻家として売ってきたのに。
Yeah, you're the one who's been pushing the agenda. That's not possible. I did all the work to make this company famous by selling him as a devoted husband.
今までの努力が全部水の泡ですよ。責任取ってくれるんでしょうね。
You just ruined all my work until now. How are you gonna take responsibility for this? Duff. Yeah, advertising. That's it. It's Anthony Duff of the advertising agency. He took advantage of the live broadcast and advertised Mr. Snail as a devoted husband. I know that. I remember that. He is Mr. Snail's upperclassman from college, and he is the advertising agency the company uses. He was the one who told Mr. Snail to lie. Mr. Duff, excuse me. I'm sorry, but we really were not told of the current issue. We're surprised as you are for the press conference. We'll contact Mr. Snail as soon as he returns. So for today, please leave. I tried to tactically tell him that. Duff glared at me with a look of irritation. but he realized it was useless to keep talking to Owen.
わかりました。また明日改めて来ますので、スネイル君にはちゃんと説明してもらいますからね。
What's there to explain? He didn't want to lie no more, and he wanted to protect me. Duff then glared at Owen and left. He don't like you, Owen.
すみません。ありが
Specifically,
とうございました。
specifically you. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. It's alright, but you really weren't told about it?
はい。ちょうど出ていたので。
Owen. No. I was out at the time. Owen then frowned and put his head between his hands. Are you alright?
はい。最近寝不足でちょっと頭痛がしただけです。
Yes. I've been lacking in sleep recently, so I have these headaches.
これは怒られるな。では私は用があるので失礼いたします。
I'm gonna get yelled at again. I have some business to attend to, so I must excuse myself. So you really are working with my dad, because I know Shelby don't yell at you. Shelby does not yell at you. What you mean gonna get yelled at? You working with the ops. There's nothing I can do here, but I still wrap my brain to think about what I can do. Girl, you need to go to bed. You need to catch a taxi and go to sleep. It's got nothing. It's out of my hands now. It's out of your hands. Yeah. But what about our fake marriage? That means it's over? Do I have to move out? Mr. Snell still was not back yet. After that press conference, I'm sure he's dealing with stuff related to that. I called his name just to be sure and looked around the house. He's not here. Where could he have gone? Hello? This is Mirror.
すみません。社長がどこへ行ったか知りませんか？
Oh, I'm sorry for calling. Do you know where Mr. Snell went? Nope. Huh? Did something happen?
それが実はあの会見の後から社長と連絡が取れないんです。
I can't seem to contact him after the press conference. And then, Owen and I decided to split up and look for Mr. Snell all around Lost York. He's not here either. Not here either. Do I know where he would be? Maybe near the swimming pool? You know, that place? I can't find Mr. Snell anywhere. I don't even know much about him. Where would he want to go alone? The more I thought, the more I realized I know nothing. There's the cafe place, but I don't know if they're open. Probably not, it's past 11. That pool side, you know? What else is there? Maybe just sitting in his car somewhere, parked somewhere. The more I thought, the more I realized I knew nothing. We've lived together for so long. We were nothing but a fake couple after all, a fake marriage. We lived together, but we were strangers. Even though the life there was fun, it was nothing more than a business relationship. But Mr. Snail, Shelby was by my side when I needed someone. When I couldn't cry by myself, he created a place where I could cry. I thought I shouldn't cry, but he told me I should. He affirmed to me what others had denied. That's why I wanted to be by his side. He could be suffering all alone right now. I want to tell him that it's not his fault. It may be empty words, but I still want to be by his side. Shelby, please tell me. Where could you be?
"飲むのは大抵バーでだ。家では飲まない。
I typically drink at bars. I don't drink at home. That's right. He said he drinks at a bar when he wants to relax alone. I managed to find Shelby drinking alone at a certain bar. Shelby. I contacted Owen telling him that I found him. I then ran to Mr. Snail at the counter. Bar loneliness? That is so sad. When I approached him, I could tell that he had been drinking for a while. He smelled of alcohol and was in a state I'd never seen before. I've been looking all over for you, Shelby. Are you alright? I sat next to him and ordered a drink as I peered into his face. He finally looked up after a while.
Oh my god.
Lauren. He seemed drunk as his gaze was slow, but for some reason he smiled.
こんなところに来てどうしたんだ?
What brings you here? He shakes his glass and laughs in a troubled way, as if it was nothing. He's putting on a facade. I could tell that. So I placed my hand over his. I did that to share my warmth with him. I'm the only one here. You don't have to force yourself to smile. His gaze wavered.
すまない。
I'm sorry. He only said that as he takes another sip of alcohol. The drink I ordered arrived then, so I took that in my hand. I did previously offer to drink with you if you want someone to keep you company.
そうだったな。
That's right. Cheers! We clinked our glasses lightly and started drinking together. We drank in silence for a little while before Mr. Snail started to mumble.
会見を見たのか?
Sure did. Did you see the press conference? Yes. I saw it at the office with everyone.
そうか。
Right.
今日のはさすがに答えたな。
Today was a long day. He whispered that very, very softly. Mr. Snail then placed his hand on mine, as if to ask for help. In times like this, anyone would desire human warmth. That's why I quietly held his hand back.
お前に相談せずに公表してすまなかった。だが、一刻を争う事態だったからな。あの写真が出回る前に独身だと伝える必要があった。
I'm sorry for announcing that without talking to you about it. But time was of the essence then. I had to announce it before that photo went public.
私の会見であの記事自体の価値がなくなった。奴らの目論見を未然に防ぐことができたんだ。代わりに会見のことが記事になるだろうがな。
With that press conference, the article is now worthless. The reply has been stopped. But in exchange, my press conference will be written about. I'm sorry. It's because I let them take a photo of me.
いや、あれはきっかけに過ぎない。もとより、いつか公開しようと準備は進めていたんだ。
No. That's just a trigger. I had prepared for this announcement for a while.
むしろ、私の方こそすまなかった。お前に、あれだけ協力してもらったのに。
I should be the one apologizing. You did all that to help me. Mr. Snail sounds so weak. It's much different from his usual self. Right, it's a little unfortunate. It's alright, had a lot of fun. I'd do it again. No, I'll be alright. It may be strange for me to say this, but I had a lot of fun playing your wife.
本当か?
Playing the role of your wife, I mean. Really? Yes. I reply with energy, and Mr. Snell smiles slightly at me. I hear the ice in his glass circling around. He takes another sip of whiskey and faces forward again. Looks far out into the distance.
そうか。私も楽しかった。
I see. I enjoyed it too. Hey. Having you by my side, allow me to make my decision and tell everything.
嘘などに頼って私は上を目指したくなどない。そんなものに頼っていてはいつまでも一人前になれない。
I don't want to continue aiming for the top while living a lie. Relying on that would never allow me to be a man.
だから今回の件を私は後悔はしていない。大丈夫だ。
That's why. I don't regret my decision. I'll be fine. He says it's fine, but he doesn't sound it. Shelby, you told me the other day, it's better to cry rather than hold it in. You told me I can cry because you're by my side. I was safe by those words. It's my turn to help you. While still sitting at the counter, I turn to Mr. Snail. I open my arms and urge him to come to me. I'll lend you my shoulder or my arms. We've fought together all this time. Please don't put on the facade in front of me. It's okay to cry. Please show me more of your emotions. Mr. Snail's gaze wavers.
そうだな。
Right. He closes his eyes and takes a few deep breaths. After a while, he looks towards me, while still filled with sadness.
じゃあお前の肩を借りていいか。少し寄りかかりたい。
Then I may need your shoulder to lean on. Do you mind? Not at all. I nod, and Mr. Snell put his head on my shoulder. Oh. I patted him on the shoulder. He gave me a place where I could cry. This time, I want to be the person he can rely on.
なあ、私は間違っていないか。
Lauren, was I wrong?
ずっと地位を守ることだけを考えて生きてきた。だが人としての道を外してまで地位を守りたいとは思えなかった。
I have lived my life defending my prestige, but I would never do that at the expense of others.
だがそれで人に見放されるのが怖い。地位のない私になど誰も興味を持たないのではないかと。
But I'm afraid of being forsaken by people. I keep thinking that no one would be interested in me without my prestige. I've never heard him speak with such a weak tone before. He had never leaned on anyone before. But now, he's doing that in front of me. I wrap my arms behind him to embrace his head. That's not true. Even without your prestige, at the very least, I still want to be of help to you, Shelby. I know that you're always sincere and earnest towards work. That makes me want to help you.
そうなのか。
Is that true? Yes. Even if it's for the company. Had it not been you, I wouldn't have accepted the offer. Mr. Snell's throat seemed to quiver. The way he placed my shoulder became heavier. You've misunderstood one thing. You may not have noticed, but there are many people who respect your whole being. During the incident with the stolen product idea, everyone was moved by your words. That wouldn't be possible unless they trusted you. I feel the same way. You always did what was just. That's why all the employees want to be of help to you. We're not after your prestige. Please believe in us.
ありがとう。
Thank you. It was a whisper that came from deep within. Even now, he's holding back tears. Because I knew that, I caressed his hair. You won't cry for me?
男が女の前で泣けるか。
A man can't cry in front of a woman. I wouldn't mind.
私が気にするんだ。
I mind. He's so stubborn. He's protected his status all alone, so he may have forgotten how to cry in front of people. I hope that he will cry in front of me someday. I continued to caress his hair while thinking that. Oh. I heard a message arrive on Mr. Snell's phone. That was on the counter. I looked at his phone and saw the first line of the message on a lock screen. I couldn't help but smile. I pat Mr. Snell on the back after that. Shelby, take a look. You have an email from everyone.
メール
Email? He sluggishly looks up at me. I held his phone in front of his face. On the lock screen, there were many words of encouragement. They were all from the company presidents I've met before. See? Everyone's worried about you. They're thanking you for being honest about it. He takes the phone and opens the messages. His mailbox was filled with other emails. Thank you for telling us. I'm sorry for cornering you like that. I hope to continue our business relationships. Messages of those kinds were overflowing from his mailbox. It seems they had sent the details of the press conference to the other presidents beforehand. You should cry. Go, let it out, let it out. He closed his lips tightly and tried to hold back tears again. Mr. Snell looked through his phone screen while drinking down the rest of his whiskey. And from there, I couldn't leave Mr. Snell here drunk. I returned with him to Parasite House. And you know what? On that note, I think I'm gonna end it right there. Oh, that was cute. Like, I'm actually surprised he announced it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social media, social below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.